Chapter 053 Heavenly Punishment Platform. The Heavenly Punishment Platform was the place where Yuhua sect held absolute power over life and death. It could even pass judgment on the life and death of true disciples. The elder in charge of the Heavenly Punishment Platform wielded immensely high authority, possessed unfathomably powerful magical arts, and had a torrent of magical power as vast as the waters of the four seas, impossible to measure. Jean Riley walked steadily toward the Heavenly Punishment Platform with his son Xianxia. They passed through layer after layer of pavilions, terraces, and towering grand buildings, and finally arrived at the foot of an extremely tall main hall. The main hall towered into the sky, with 3,600 jade steps leading up to its entrance. One had to climb the steps step by step to reach the hall. Especially along both sides of the white jade steps stood thousands of weapons, broadswords, axes, hooks, ropes, swords, spears, painted halberds, long pikes, giant hammers, iron chains, canes, wolf-tooth clubs, crescent spades, and hundreds more of various weapons. Every single weapon was enormous, fully 10 times larger than ordinary weapons. At first glance, one felt as if they had stepped into the world of giants. But a moment later, an overwhelming sense of solemnity, awe, and bone-chilling killing intent washed over them. This was the Heavenly Punishment Hall, where the Heavenly Punishment Platform was located. The entire Yuhua Palace was an incomparably huge sky city, plunging deep into the white clouds. No one knew how vast it was, how deep and mysterious it lay within. No one knew why such a massive city could float in the air, what power kept it aloft. Vast and mysterious as Yuhua Palace was, the Heavenly Punishment Platform was the place with the thickest killing intent and the most solemn atmosphere in the entire palace. Even a man with Xianxia's stubborn character could not help trembling when he arrived here, as a chill rose from the depths of his soul. It was no wonder he trembled. Since the founding of Yuhua sect, countless powerful cultivators who dominated across realms had been executed right here on this platform. It truly was a place that carried out heavenly punishment, where every cause got its effect, not the slightest wrong ever done. The old Taoist Jean Riley adjusted his robes and hat, then climbed the 3,600 jade steps one by one. The steps were dotted with splotches of blood, which had seeped deep into the jade, left behind by the blood of great powerful figures executed here. With his cultivation level, he could easily have flown up, but no one was allowed to fly within the grounds of the Heavenly Punishment Platform. This was an unbreakable rule of Yuhua sect, not even an elder could be exempted. After climbing the steps step by step, they saw a vast, open square in front of the Heavenly Punishment Hall. In the middle of the square stood a square punishment platform, 9 jang tall, 9 jang wide, and 9 jang long. It was not carved from jade, its color looked like that of ordinary rock. A sense of ancient vicissitude spread out from its plain surface. No one knew what kind of stone this platform was made of. This was the true Heavenly Punishment Platform, the place where rebels were executed, demon gods slain, and true disciples fought to the death for victory. Bloodstained steps. A forest of weapons. Towering main hall. Vast open square. Ancient stone platform. Together they formed an earth-shaking scene that was nothing less than a place to slay immortals. Xianxia was shocked, and his gaze darted forward, not because of the Heavenly Punishment Platform, but because standing right in the square was Fang Han, the thorn in his side and the pain in his flesh from Purple Lightning Peak. Besides her, there was also a green-robed Taoist with eyebrows like curved moons. Brother Tiandu. That green-robed Taoist was none other than Hua Tiandu, the #1 true disciple who had rescued senior sister Mo, Yuan Jiankong, and their group. He was also the owner of the Sun Rooster Extreme Yang Rope. Elder Heavenly Punishment, among the group of disciples I rescued, one outer sect disciple named Lu Kong died. The rest of the disciples have all had the poison of the 6 desires Yin Thunder expelled from their bodies, but they have lost all their flying swords. Yuan Jiankong even lost his silver snake sword. What's more, even my Sun Rooster Extreme Yang Rope has vanished without a trace, it seems to have been destroyed. This is no small matter. I have come to report this to you, Elder. First, I ask how we should punish these disciples who lost their flying swords and magical treasures. Second, I ask to launch a full investigation into this matter, to find out who now holds the flying swords and magical treasures. Hua Tiandu did not pay Xianxia any attention. Instead, he spoke slowly and steadily, word for word, toward the depths of the heavenly punishment hall. A lazy voice drifted out from the depths of the heavenly punishment hall. Lost their flying swords? Even the extreme yang rope is gone? How useless these disciples are. Leave this investigation to you. You must retrieve all the sect's flying swords and magical treasures. Our sect may be large and wealthy, but we cannot afford such losses. Besides, punish these disciples by locking them in the immortal prison for 3 months. At the same time, cut off all their pill rations. Let them eat the coarse food cooked in the 5-chi immortal pot. Since they can even lose their flying swords, there is no point expecting them to cultivate powerful magical arts anyway. Understood, disciple will carry out your order. I will investigate this matter thoroughly. Hua Tiandu nodded, but Yuan Jiankong ranks 10th on the mountain and river list. He is an outstanding disciple with great hope of stepping into the magical power realm. Cutting off his pill rations, could you please make an exception for him, Elder? Humph. Punishment must follow wrongdoing, or what is the point of sect rules? Do not plead for him. You may go. You handle affairs steadily. You are the #1 true disciple of our Yuhua sect. I grant you full authority to investigate this matter, including the power to kill and make decisions on the spot. Here is the heavenly punishment token. With this token, you can order any true disciple, even any elder, to cooperate with your operation. The extreme yang rope cost Ryuzi a great deal of effort to refine. It must not fall into outsider hands. We cannot let other immortal sects laugh at Yuhua's sect for losing a precious treasure and doing nothing about it. The lazy voice sharpened and sped up. Then, an arrow-shaped token flew out of the heavenly punishment hall and landed straight in Hua Tiandu's hand. Also, I have heard recently that many outer sect disciples are growing increasingly restless. You must rectify the sect's discipline. I do not want the heavenly punishment platform to have to open for executions every single day. Hua Tiandu caught the token firmly, a flash of joy crossing his face. He then turned around and saw Xianxia and Jean Riley. He shook his head, said nothing, and spoke to Fang Xianxia instead. Rumor has it that junior sister Fang has a disciple under her named Fang Han, who carries the supreme demonic treasure that you gave him. He also fought with an intersect disciple and seized the disciple's spirit wind sword. What's more, he is deeply involved in the accident that befell those junior brothers and sisters. Now that Elder Heavenly Punishment has granted me the power of life and death to investigate this matter, I will act against the man under junior sister Fang. I am making this clear to you here, junior sister Fang, so that no misunderstanding will arise later. Hua Tiandu had thought through every word he spoke. He considered every detail with extreme care, always kept the big picture in mind, and spoke with such graceful composure that he already carried a hint of the sect leader's bearing. Humph. Fang Xianxia fixed her gaze on Xianxia and Jean Riley, barely listening to Hua Tiandu's words. She only let out a cold snort. That's right. The demonic treasure on Fang Han was given to him by me. It is called the Seven Evils Gourd. I seized it from Wang Molan, the little wolf demon king. Fang Han is from my Fang family. I think highly of him. What's the big deal about him taking a flying sword? Even Demon Marshal offered him 7 flying swords, and he turned them down politely. Senior Brother Hua, you can investigate as you wish, but if anything happens to Fang Han, I will never let it rest. I will even take this matter all the way to the sect leader to demand justice. Very well. I always handle affairs fairly. Otherwise, Elder Heavenly Punishment would not have entrusted me with the Heavenly Punishment token. Junior Sister Fang, watch your step. Hua Tiandu's voice carried a deep meaning. He turned and walked down the steps step by step, drifting away with graceful bearing. Elder Heavenly Punishment, you must get justice for me. When he saw Hua Tiandu leave, Xianxia threw himself down on the ground with a thud, staring at Fang Xianxia with venomous eyes. I already know about your severed arm. Fang Xianxia just told me everything. Xianxia insisted on fighting demon marshalling Tianqing, and he was outmatched. But that little demon marshal cut off your arm and Xianxia's. I will cut off his arm sooner or later, so that no one will say Yuhua sect fears the heavenly devil sect. This matter has nothing to do with Fang Xianxia. On the contrary, Fang Xianxia fought the demon god's clone at the underground demon god altar, gained great tempering, and made another breakthrough in her cultivation. She has made a great contribution to Yuhua sect and won great honor for us. I have already sent a letter to the sect leader, recommending her to enter the little immortal realm to cultivate. Once she breaks through to the heavenly man realm, Yuhua sect will gain another expert at the 5th level of the magical power realm, the heavenly man realm, who can refine spirit artifacts and magical treasures. Elder Heavenly Punishment paid no heed to Xianxia's weeping. What? She is about to break through to the heavenly man realm? Xianxia was stunned, an expression of disbelief spreading across his face. Even Jean Riley frowned deeply. The 5th level of the magical power realm, the heavenly man realm, was no trivial matter. It allowed a cultivator to set up large formations with magical power, communicate between heaven and man, wield infinite power, and truly begin refining all kinds of high-grade spirit artifacts, even magical treasures. What's more, their lifespan would increase dramatically, reaching as long as 800 years. There were 10 levels to the magical power realm. The first was the mana realm. The second, the true Yuan realm. The third, the Yuan Gang realm, also known as the Gangqi realm. The fourth, the Yinyang realm. The fifth, the heavenly man realm. The sixth, the unity realm. A cultivator at this level could cultivate many different magical arts without fear of mana conflict, which was called the unification of all laws. The seventh, the golden elixir of great magical seed, where countless magical arts are fused into a single golden elixir seed. The eighth, the wind and fire great calamity. The ninth, the dharma aspect of heaven and earth. The 10th, reverse fate, rebirth. Each level of the magical power realm was harder to cultivate than the last. Advancing a single level required untold tribulations, enormous luck, tremendous wisdom, and unyielding perseverance. Even among true disciples, very few could cultivate to the 5th level, the heavenly man realm. Once one reached the heavenly man realm, they could make great contributions to the sect and greatly enhance the sect's strength, so the sect valued them greatly. Heavenly Punishment Z, you should think carefully about this. This woman consorts with the son of the demon emperor. If you let her enter little immortal realm, the most sacred cultivation ground of Yuhua sect, how will you answer for it if something goes wrong? Jean Riley snapped suddenly. I do not need others telling me how to do my job, Jean Riley. Your son is useless. You went through so much trouble to get him a Yinyang longevity pill, yet his cultivation has not advanced an inch. Do you really think he can bring down a true disciple with such a bright future? Elder Heavenly Punishment's voice turned lazy again, his words blunt and unforgiving. His cultivation was unfathomable, the most terrifying among all the elders of Yuhua sect. I will report this to the sect leader myself, lay out all the dangers clearly, the sect leader will make the final decision. I have no time to waste quarreling with you here. Jean Riley yanked Xianxia to his feet. Suit yourself. Elder Heavenly Punishment did not try to stop him. He spat out the 2 words lazily, and watched Jean Riley leave. Xianxia, starting today, you will go to the little immortal realm. Put all other matters out of your mind, focus all your energy on breaking through your realm. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye inside the sleeping immortal courtyard. Early that morning, Fang Han woke up from his sleep. When he stretched lazily, a series of startling sounds erupted from his body, crack after crack, thunderous booms, stretching tears, enough to make one's heart tremble. It was the sound of fascia trembling, bones resonating like thunder, skin and muscle stretching. Every part of his body overflowed with powerful life force and vitality. When he stood up, he was actually half a head taller than before. He had grown so much in just 3 days. He grabbed at his solid wooden bed casually, and it gave way like soft tofu. A large chunk of wood came off in his hand. He picked up a porcelain teacup, squeezed it gently, and the cup shattered immediately. He kneaded it and kneaded it until it turned into fine porcelain powder that drifted down to the ground. Such great strength. I feel that I have at least the strength of 8 to 9 horses now. Let's go to the demon heaven battlefield to see how powerful the heavenly demons are.